Hey Taurus, welcome to my channel. This is Venus Baby Tarot, and I know I missed your weekly reading, so I'm just doing a What Spirit Wants You to Know reading today. So let's go ahead and get started and see what's going on for my lovely Taurus friends. I hope you're all well. Oh, okay, so we have a couple cards that just fell out here. We have, we have Change Purity. We have Triangle Choices, Indecision, and we have Desire Attraction. Lovely. Okay, lovely. So there could definitely be like a major change or decision that you are making in terms of a person that you are attracted to or a romantic relationship, etc. So then let's go ahead and get you one of these or two of these. Oh. Okay. There we go. Dreams, goals, and foresight. You'll know that I love that. Let's get one more. Or several. Oh my goodness. Well, okay, there's like 10 of them here. Let's see. Imagination, inspiration, ideas, hope, love, passion, fate, surrender, change, truth, guidance, growth, and phases. I think we'll just put those to the side because maybe there's like, I feel like they're part of the reading, but I'm called to do one of these for Taurus. Okay, love and peace. Look at that. Okay, lovely, lovely. So let's go ahead and get your tarot out on the table. So, okay, I'm getting like, for a lot of you, like this major change in your life that is happening, it's setting you free. Like I definitely get like it's setting you free, but I also feel like you may be a little bit on the fence about this because I mean, I feel like, okay, so you know how like sometimes you know that like a shift is really needed, like a change is really needed, but like there's a part of the way that things were or a part of who you were that you're struggling to let go of. An example of that would be like, say you're getting into a relationship, you're very excited about that, but at the same time there's a small part of you that like is gonna miss like being single or miss like, you know, just that freedom, okay? But I get the sense that, you know, if that's your story, that, you know, there's also part of like moving into a relationship that's setting you free as well. And so it may just be about like a perspective shift for you, but we'll see. Or like, say for instance, if this is a change in your career, change in jobs, change in location, you're excited about that change, but you're still kind of on the fence because of the fact that you're going to miss like the community, you're going to miss like the people around you, the position, the home you lived in, excuse me, etc. Okay, so it's okay. Like I always tell people, we're complex beings. Like it's okay to feel two things at once. Like it is. So you have the Queen of Pentacles, which I love. Queen of Pentacles is very concerned with beautifying her environment, purifying her environment, you know, finding stability, looking around and just feeling really good about where she's at in life, you know? She's very concerned about that. Okay, you have the Strength card, you have the Knight of Wands, you have the Five of Swords, the Ten of Wands, very interesting. Okay, okay. Then we have the Three of Wands. We have the Moon. We have the Nine of Wands in reverse. That's good. That's lovely. That Six of Swords. Beautiful. I love how this is unfolding. I really, really do. The Two of Wands came out like this, so I'm going to get one more card on it, or several. The Three of Pentacles and the Judgment card. Okay, lovely. Loving this. I'm loving this reading so much for you. Got a lot of cards on this table. Then we have the Four of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Like I said, Queen of Pentacles, very concerned with her stability. Very concerned with beautifying her environment, that kind of thing. I do get just like a little bit of indecisiveness with you, Taurus, but I think that that's okay. I guess I'm going to put them like that. I don't know. Anyway, okay. Let's go ahead and get into it. So right here, we have this change in your life. And this has been like going on in the recent past, you know, like this is something that has been in motion for you. And, you know, for many of you, it does have to do with your career because the Queen of Pentacles can be, you know, it's about money too as well. So it could definitely be a change in your career, or you're just seeing a shift, like in terms of how much money you're making, like things are getting better. Now, there could have been a delay. Like this is taking a long time. Like you have your date that you're up for review, and you know that you're probably going to get a raise. But I feel like it's just been something that you've had to wait for, or there's just been some sort of stagnancy in your life if you work for yourself in terms of clients coming in, etc., right? But I do see that is being purified for you. You are moving into a direction where things are starting to change for you. Things are starting to pick up for you. You're going to be seeing more stability in your life, okay? Which honestly we love. And what's really interesting to me is that I just noticed that key, and I remember like the last reading that I did, there was like a huge breakthrough that comes through for a Taurus, and so you may have found like the golden key that's going to unlock this change for you, unlock this doorway for you, this future for you, etc. So, but I do feel like obviously you are dealing with presently some indecisiveness. You're kind of on the fence. You may be, you know, swimming around in the what ifs, you know, what if this happens and what if this happens? And so it's like really taking you out of the moment and just allowing things to unfold. I would definitely say with this energy, try not to control things too much and just let things flow and see what happens. Because sometimes I think that, you know, with manifestation, we know that we can co-create our life, right? But we cannot control exactly when it happens. And sometimes it's really easy to like slip into that mindset. Like, you know, I can manifest anything that I want, and, you know, it has to happen right now. And I would just be very careful about being overly attached to the outcome. And just allowing things to flow. Because honestly, if you're feeling indecisive with that moon card, you could be confusing yourself right now. You're like, you could be too focused on like what could go wrong, and it makes it difficult for you to just allow these changes to commence and for you to just like go with it, you know, and just see what happens, okay? So I feel like that's why the strength card is here, because this is your strength that you find within yourself to overcome falling into the worrying about the worst case scenario. Okay, like what is the best case scenario? And try to shift your mindset to that. Okay, so then you have this desire attraction here. It is the snake. You know, there's definitely a lot of temptation here. Temptation is not always bad, I don't think, you know, because especially with the Knight of Wands, you know, that can be, you know, temptation to be in the moment and to really live your life and have fun. I always say the Knight of Wands is the hedonist of the tarot, and it's just all about just enjoying life, man. Like just enjoying life. And so that could be very attractive for you right now. But see, I feel like basically the reason why you've got to be careful of temptation is because you don't want to fall so much into enjoying life that you forget your responsibilities. So it does seem that there needs to be a balance here for you between responsibility, stability in your life, and enjoying your life. Okay, so this could be in terms of travel and going out and doing fun things. You know, I know for myself, I am going to be traveling in the month of March. And so, you know, so there just needs to be a balance between responsibility and, you know, you're living your life and having a good time. Now with the Nine of Wands in reverse, I actually love this because this to me tells me that you're dropping in the near future. You're going to be dropping any issues of worry and stress about, like, say things that have happened in your past. And honestly, that's a lot of the times that is where our fears and worries come from. It comes from the things that have occurred in the past, right? And, we become wounded in that way, and we become afraid of those things happening again. But because the 9 of Wands is in reverse, I feel like you end up making this shift here to dropping all of those fears and worries of the worst case scenario, etc. And you just decide to just live and like just be in the moment, like go on the adventure and just embrace like the desire and the attraction that you are going to be experiencing. So if this is with a person, for instance, you're basically just like throwing caution to the wind and saying, I am just going to go for it. Like, I'm just going to go for it, and whatever happens, happens, instead of just being like so overly worried about what could happen. You're more just like, I'm just going to live. I'm just going to be in the moment. And if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't, and I totally love that. I totally love that sense of freedom that I'm feeling here for you, Taurus, because, Tauruses don't typically like change. Tauruses like to feel secure and stable. I would know. I am a Taurus. We like to feel secure and stable. And we like to know what's going on, and we like to be able to see what's going to happen in the future because, Tauruses don't typically like to lose control because we want to have sturdy ground beneath our feet, right? But I've been saying this for a while. Uranus and Taurus since 2018 has been showing Taurus how to just like let go a little bit, and just embrace the moment and embrace like whatever is going to happen and not be overly attached to like being obsessed with stability and security, right? Because ultimately I feel like what's been happening for Taurus is there's really been this awakening of like, even if things fall apart, I'm still going to be secure within myself, and that is the most important and valuable lesson that I feel like anybody can learn in terms of like self-identifying. Okay. So anyway, that's my opinion. But so anyway, I feel like you're kind of dropping that and you're allowing yourself to just like be free with it, and that's the other thing is that like, I feel like Taurus can be a very free and liberated sign. So please do not like misunderstand that because I do think that, but I also think that like Taurus likes to have some sort of stability and security in their life in certain areas. And maybe it's just like gotten to the point for you, Taurus, or it will be in the near future where you're just like, you know what? I'm just going to be free. I'm just going to be free, right? And I think that you've been very concerned, and I think that you're getting the stability that you want in this area of your life that you need to have it. For some of you, it could literally just be your finances, okay? You feel stability in that area, and so now you can go be free, okay? And that's great. Like, that's amazing, or you're like, you've moved into your house and everything's all set up and everything, it's good to go now. So now you have that stress off your back and you can go live your life and have a good time, okay? So, you know what I mean? Like, it's going to be different for everybody, but so I feel like you're able to release this worry and the stress, the burdens, etc., and just like move forward, okay? So right here, you're moving forward to your dreams, okay? It does say foresight here, okay? And with that 5 of Swords, like the foresight for you could be the worry, okay? But it can also be the dreams and the goals. And this is your area of opportunity. So your opportunity is going to be move towards whatever is going to bring you the most peace of mind. With the 6 of Swords, this is what this row is telling you, because I feel like ultimately I'm looking at these hearts. This is a time to just follow your heart, and and just do what feels right now. I think that honestly, like, I just see this sort of deliverance from an obsession with things needing to be just so, and finally just saying screw it, like I'm just gonna live my life, like honestly at this point in this day and age, like why aren't we with everything happening in the world, like I just live for the moment, and I'm loving this, like I'm loving this for you, Taurus. And so that's gonna be your opportunity, is to really like recognize the conflict in your mind and basically choose, like, am I going to be so worried about what could happen in the future, or am I just going to be focused on my dreams and my goals and and just living my life and whatever's bringing me the most peace of mind. I mean, this is what is going to be your choice ultimately, because it's your opportunity. But I do get the sense, like, for the most of you, you're going to decide to shift. You know, like, we can think about the future, but, like, do it constructively. Do it in, like, these are the things that I want to do in my life. Like, what's my bucket list? Instead of being like, oh, no, the world's going to fall apart and everything is going to be, You know what I mean? Because, like, honestly, that is not good for anybody mentally. It's really not. It's really not. And I understand that there's a certain amount of preparation that some people need. And that's fine, because I feel that with this Queen of Pentacles and the Four of Wands, and that's fine if you want to have some preparation. But if you are just thinking about what could happen, like, in a negative way so much that it is affecting you negatively, it's affecting your mentality, then I think that an important thing to do would be find the strength to shift and think about, what are my dreams and goals and aspirations, you know? Like, let me do something constructive with this mind, because my goodness, like, things can get really out of control and we can really spiral if we're just thinking so much about the worst case scenario. And so this is going to be your opportunity. I totally see that for you. And I think that ultimately you're going to choose to drop the burdens, this 10 of Wands, and just decide, I'm going to live my life. Like, I want love and peace in my life, and whatever happens, happens. And I just, like, honestly, for you, Taurus, I think that this is such an incredible energy, because this Two of Wands came out, like, sideways right here, which I do read them like that, because to me, they came out like that for a reason. But but I feel like ultimately you have this choice. You have these two paths in your life, and you've been conflicted about whether or not you're going to continue to stand on that fence, or if you're just going to finally decide to just choose one path. I feel like you're kind of on the fence between those two choices in your life right now, which is actually, like, when you really think of it, it's three choices, because if you have one path that you've chosen versus two paths that you're still standing on the fence about, like, to me, that's still three. And maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know why. I just felt like that's three different choices, you know? And because ultimately, like, some people, I feel like people could literally just stand on the fence forever, because that's the most comfortable place to be, you know? Because as soon as you make a decision, then comes the worry of, what if I made the wrong decision? Like, what if I made the wrong decision, right? And so I feel like you have to first decide to make a decision to just go forward whichever way you choose, and be proud of that choice, you know? And I think it is all going to come from the heart space, like, what feels good in the heart for you, you know? And, like, once you make that decision, then you can press on and move forward, right? And so I feel like you're just kind of, what do I do? And that's fine. But like I said, I keep getting more confirmation with this Judgment card and Three of Pentacles. Like, you are going to make the right choice, okay? You're going to make a judgment call. You're going to make the right choice for yourself. You need to know that in your soul, that you are capable of making good decisions. Okay, you're capable of making good decisions, and you are going to make the choice that is going to help you build. It's going to help you build and grow and evolve in terms of your dreams and goals, etc. You know, it's basically like all this sort of worry about the worst case scenarios been surfacing, etc. But, like, once you decide to just go all in on this new direction, this change in your life, that's when you really start to see, like, oh wow, like, no, this is a good decision. This was a good decision. Okay. And there's no need to backtrack. Okay. So look here. I feel like right now you just need to pay attention to your ideas, your inspirations. Okay. Pay attention to hope, love, passion, etc. Growth, you know, transitioning new phases in your life, guidance and truth. What is your truth? You know, and ultimately I'm always telling people that, like, you know, we all have, like, different truths, and because we like pick up different bits and pieces from society. Like, we always talk about this on my channel, like society, our parents, our family members, our, you know, cultures, traditions, etc., etc. And but in the center of all that is still ultimately your truth. It is your divine truth. It is your path that you're supposed to be on in this life. What is that, and how can you align with that, you know? And ultimately, I feel like that is something that's going to be so important for you in this time. Like, what feels right to you? This is, at the end of the day, this is your life. Like, this is your life, and nobody else is going to live this life for you. And I feel a lot of this energy of, I don't want to look back and regret not doing something. You know what I mean? Like, because I think that, you know, if you do it and it doesn't work out, at least you know you tried, right? But if you don't do it, you could forever regret not taking the chance and deciding to do it. And I just feel for you, Taurus, that you're like, man, I just want to live. Like, I just want to live. I want to have a good time. I want to feel free in my life. I want to be delivered from all of these worries about all the what ifs and what, you know, what have yous, okay? And just decide to just say, screw it. I'm just going to see what happens. And I love that. Like, there's something just so totally liberating about that, to just release a sense of control and just decide, I'm going to live my life. I don't know. I just heard, so live your life. Rihanna, is it Rihanna and T.I.? I'm not going to sing, but you know, yeah. Live your life. Yeah, that song. Okay. Okay, let's see here. You also have obstacles, change, and disaster. And that's what I think. Like, I think you see the rainbow here. I think that honestly, the obstacle is the mind. The obstacle for you is the mind, like, just full stop. And that's why you have surrender. You have surrender right here. It's telling you, you got to let it go. Like, just let go of the stress and the worry and just say, I'm just going to live my life and I'm just going to see what happens. Like, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to live my life and see what happens. Okay, anyway, so I love that for you. There's no sense in pulling like a closing oracle message because we got them. I hope that this helps you, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.